Here is Ramazar's garage. This is the Vapid Guardian. This is its first appearance in GTA history, in GTA 5. It was in the heist update, and
word of advice, it doesn't move fast, it moves rapidly.
if you could hear Shark Commander, don't listen to him. And here we got Ramazar jacking off in his ugly suit, but moving on. Here we got the Buffalo. The Buffalo was in GTA, I want to say GTA San Andreas and Vice City Stories, and it's evolved into GTA 5. Now in GTA 4, this Buffalo was the FIB Buffalo. It was black, pure black, had some nice looking rims on it, had lights everywhere. It was like basically an undercover car. But what we got here is the GTA 5 version of the Buffalo. Bravado, I believe, is made by. Stop jacking off, Ramzar. But this Buffalo, it's a nice car. It actually can beat the Buffalo S in a drag race. Me and Ramzar have driven it, and it has been proven. We'll save this car. Y'all know what this car is for last, but we're going to move on to this one. Now, I honestly don't know what kind of car this is. Of course, you see it right above the screen, right above the car, the Penumbra, and it's not insured, so if I were to blow it up, he'd be screwed, so good for him. It's not insured. But the Penumbra is a nice sports vehicle. I think it's either sports or coupes. You sure? Oh well. But I have raced this vehicle multiple times. I've raced against it, and it has basically excellent. It has excellent traction. Now, if I were driving it now with this guy right here, it probably don't. But moving on. Here is the Virgo. The Virgo is part of the I think it was the Lowriders Custom Classics. Now this car is made to be the fastest lowrider besides the Slam Van. The Slam Van is the fastest one, especially you could glitch it and all that, slam it down to the ground, whatever you want to do. But the Virgo, it is a nice car. If you would please open up your, oh wait, I don't think you'd open up anything in here, can you? Well, I'll show you my Virgo later. But this Virgo has one of the liveries on it. It's a red, orange, and black livery. Now this car, I like it. I like it, and he's still being him. And here we got the Emperor. We got what he calls an old-fashioned cop car, which I don't see any resemblance besides the blackness and the tires and the blacked out windows. This is an Emperor. The Emperor has been in multiple GTAs. I don't know which ones, because this is actually GTA 4 was actually the first GTA I've seen the Emperor in, but I know Emperors were in a lot of other ones. Now, whether you've seen them or not, that's pretty cool. If you would, leave a comment below and tell me what game you've seen it in, like what GTA game you've seen it in, and I'll check it out and I could probably do a video on it. So, moving on to the Stanier, I believe, yep. To me, this is the Crown Victoria. The Crown Victoria is one of my most favorite vehicles in the world, because it looks freaking sharp in a police uniform deal, and it's sharp in general. It's a very nice car. But right here we got the Vapid Stanier. This is like one of the first cars you could drive when you first start out, when you have to mess with that dumbass Lamar. So, you know, it has some rims, muscle rims, I believe. Pure white car. It's a nice car. Now, this car right here, the Besta, the Dinka Besta, Ballista, whatever you want to call it. Ramazar, I was actually with him when he found this car. We found it on the street. He wanted to see what kind of modifications you could do to it, and it turned out to be a nice little car. And I like it. I think I've drove one before, but I like it for like a little car. But to race in, I want to take this, and I'm going to avoid him, so okay. Now we got the Dukes. Yes, we've seen a Russian Dukes. Now we're going to see a plain red Dukes. Red and black Dukes. Nice engine, everything. This is a nice car. It has that nitrous in it, and the nitrous is actually glitching through the seat. You should get that fixed, buddy. The Dukes was in GTA 4, but they discontinued it for a brief time in PS3 and Xbox 360, and they brought it back in this gen, PS4, Xbox One, PC. I've always loved this car, even in PS3, GTA 4. This has always been a nice car. Moving on to the Manana. Quote me if I don't say it right. Miata is a potential lowrider, is my belief. It is a potential lowrider, and I think it should be taken to Benny's. Now, the Miata, I know for a fact it was in GTA 4, because I remember, if you guys don't know, a character by the name of Little Jacob had this car, and he drove it around. We would drive it around, so Miata is a nice car. Let's move on to, last but not least, the Sultan RS. Now, the Sultan in general, the regular Sultan is a nice 4-door car, sedan. No, it's a sports car. 4-door sports car before you take it to Benny's. But when you take it to Benny's, it turns into a super when you give it the upgrade, and it turns into 2-door. It's basically a rally car. I like the rally car look. It's always been a favored look of mine. Now, it has a spoiler. It has a big obnoxious spoiler you could put on it. It has a lot of obnoxious things. There is, I don't know if you guys, my viewers, are going to be familiar with this. It has a Princess Robot bubblegum livery. Now, why Rockstar put that in there is, I don't know. I guess there is a lot of fanboys that like Princess Robot bubblegum, that likes that anime junk. But, you know, and I know one guy to this day that likes that anime, and when he gets on my yacht, yeah, that's all he watches, and that's Shark Commander. Shark Commander, he watches that anime, and he's going to get a Sultan RS, and he's going to put a Princess Robot bubblegum. But whatever floats your boat, hey. So now, Mr. Ramsard, we need to go to your other garage. What are we taking? And here's some advice.
It's full of people, so I'm literally trying to join a session to ignore my garage.
Here's some advice to all viewers. If you ever play GTA, if you ever see that white Guardian and you blow it up, you have that man Ramazard to deal with. He cherishes that Guardian so damn much that it ain't even funny. But moving on to his next garage. Now, that was Richard's Majestics, and of course there's a hell of a lot of explosions. Of course we're in a public lobby, and there's a lot of gunshots and shit. Now we'll move on. Man, Shark Commander can't join the session because it's full of people. But we'll go, after we look at my garages and his garages, we'll go look at his garages. I'll post another video of his garages, and then we'll finish this, what I'm going to call a little miniature garage car series. However I'm going to do. Shoot. Now, the airport, here's something Rockstar should have done with GTA Online, and that is put the big planes, those big passenger planes, and online. Of course, you're going to see some person run right into him, running right into a building, run into you with them. But hey, that was fun. I run into a lot of AI with that plane. That plane is a very big plane. It's a very nice plane to fly. It's kind of difficult to fly too at the same time. So we're here at, I guess, his garage, and he's going to go in his garage with his birthday suit and all. If he goes in, I feel like I kicked him and he didn't move. Okay, now we're going to buzz in. I have a suspicion that this is the Emperor garage, so we might see a hell of a lot of Emperors. Now that's a suspicion. Don't know. It might not be. No, it ain't. Alright. Now what do we got here? The first vehicle that pops into mind is the Benefactor Shafter. The Benefactor Shafter, there's two versions. There's this version and then there's the armored version. They are proclaimed the fastest vehicle in GTA. They're faster than a T20, an Adder, and an Infernus. The takeoff is not fast, but when it gets up to speed, it goes flying by them. And it's basically an ideal car to drive if you ever go up against a T20 or if you're running from someone. The armored version I prefer.
The armored variant is way better in my opinion.
As Shark Commander said, the armored version is, he would prefer it more than the regular version. Now, I don't know, I could do, if you guys want me to, just leave a comment in below. I could do price ranges on these vehicles. That way if you're a newcomer to GTA, or you just want to know the price of it, I can. And I swear to God, I'm going to hit you if you keep doing that. And now we got the Rancher XL. Now, the Rancher has been in a lot of GTAs. I never seen the Rancher in this body form. I know I've seen the Rancher in GTA San Andreas, and it was either a regular civilian Rancher, or it could have been the Ranger's Rancher, the country police, as I call them. And they had a nice vehicle. I've always liked driving that. The thing about the Rancher is now, one headlight ain't busted. Like the police Ranchers on that, they were. So, this is the Rancher. It's a nice off-road vehicle. I like it. Apparently he likes it. So, let's move on to this looking thing. The Regina, the Tundra Regina. It is pink. I can tell you that much right now. It is very, very pink. The Tundra Regina, I think this is its first appearance in GTA history, and he has a clown horn on it. And the Regina is not to me, it's not an ideal vehicle to get for a getaway. The Regina is probably the most despicable vehicle to get away in. But it's a family vehicle. It reminds you of one of them TV series you used to see. So, hey. Next, we got the Tornado. Now, the Tornado, it has an interesting story right now. The Tornado will be part of the next Lowrider update. The Tornado will have hydraulics. I've seen some of the liveries on them, and the liveries are perfect. They fit this car. They're so nice. The modifications you can do to this, it's awesome. This Tornado, I don't think it should be a Lowrider. I think it should at least have all the liveries and stuff. But, that's Rockstar's thing, and hopefully Rockstar listens to a lot of YouTubers. I've heard a lot of YouTubers and seen a lot of them talk about how Rockstar's just feeding us lowriders. It gets old. It gets old having the same thing after a while. It's like macaroni and cheese. If you have macaroni and cheese every day of the year, then, it gets old. So, we're moving on. We got the BF Surfer. Why this vehicle's in this garage is beyond me. I've never seen him drive it. I didn't even know he had one until now. But the BF Surfer has been in a lot of GTA games. The Surfer in itself is a nice little van. There's this version and then there's the junkie version. Now, the junkie version I do not recommend. This version I do. If you want to just drive around, I don't think there is very many modifications you could do to this. Besides the color and the wheels, I think the bumper probably, but I don't know. So, moving on. I know this vehicle. We got the Asea here. The D-Class Asea. The Asea is... Okay, I'm going to tell you the truth. The Asea sucks. To me, it is a Toyota. It's a Toyota... I can't remember the name of it. One of them little itty-bitty cars. But the Asea, it's front wheel drive. Of course, there ain't very many modifications to do to it. And why he's opening the door every time is beyond me. But, it's a nice little vehicle. Moving on to here, we got a van. Alright. We got the Yoga. The Bravado Yoga. I believe that's the name. The Bravado Yoga could be found on the streets, that I believe. And there's usually windows in them. I believe. And you can put some ugly ass the customizations on this. I mean, I do not recommend this vehicle. So, Oh, here we come to something very interesting. Now, here's